Today we are joining you from the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe,
the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to the many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people.
We would also like to acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Storytime. My name is Christy, and my pronouns are she and her. And I'm so happy that you're joining me today. So let's get started. Everybody sit down, sit down, sit down. Everybody sit down on the floor. Not on the ceiling, not on the door. Everybody sit down on the floor. Thank you. So my friends, today I would love to read to you a very special story about, hi friends. Oh hey, it's Monkey Puppet. Friends, can you wave hello to Monkey Puppet? Hi Monkey Puppet. But MP, I thought you were on your way to your first basketball practice with your team. Oh, I thought maybe instead I could just play here and climb my tree and hang out with you and the friends at home. Well, Monkey Puppet, I always love to spend time with you. And I know the friends at home enjoy seeing you too. But I'm just afraid you're going to be late for your basketball practice. I know you've been really excited for it. Well, I was excited to play. And I even made this great jersey and put number 11 on the back, just like my favorite basketball player, Bonobo Bichette. What position does he play again? Oh, he's an infielder. He plays short stump. Oh, right. And that's the position you want to play too. So, it looks like you're all ready, but it seems like there's something stopping you. What's going on? Well, I love basketball, but I don't know how to play basketball. What if I make a mistake? What if I slip on a peel in front of my whole team? I'd rather just stay at home and climb my tree because everyone knows that I'm so good at that already. Monkey Puppet, I think I understand. It can be hard to try something new because the idea of making a mistake can be kind of scary. You know, and this is true. When I was in college, my most scary class was music class because I was so afraid to sing in front of my classmates. But with a little bit of practice, actually a lot of practice, finally I was brave enough to sing in front of the preschoolers at circle time. Is everyone afraid of making mistakes? I think that most people probably are. And that's okay. The only time it becomes a problem is when it stops us from doing something we'd like to do, or stops us from trying to learn new skills that we'd like to have. Wait a minute. So you mean it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to be afraid to make mistakes, as long as it doesn't stop me from trying new things I might like? Of course, Monkey Puppet. Remember, all feelings are okay. We just have to make sure that our big feelings don't get in the way of our good choices. Okay, I might not be as good as number 11, Bonobo Bichette yet, but I'm going to try my best. I still have a little bit of time before practice, though. Can you read me a story before I go? Which one would you like? Well, how about The Girl Who Never Makes Mistakes? I think that one will be good today. Great choice, MP.
The Girl Who Never Made Mistakes by Mark Pett and Gary Rubenstein. Illustrated by Mark Pett. For Millie and Sarah. For Beatrice Bottomwell, Friday began like any other day. She matched her socks, and of course she put her shoes on the proper feet. She remembered to feed her hamster Hubert his favorite food, broccoli. And when she made a sandwich for her brother Carl's lunch, she used exactly the same amount of peanut butter as jelly. When she stepped outside to greet her fans, she didn't forget to say, "Good morning," and "Thank you." They asked if she made her bed. She had. They asked if she forgot to do her math homework. Nope. "What about tonight's talent show?" they asked. "I'm ready," said Beatrice with a smile. After all, her juggling act had won 3 years in a row. Most people in town didn't even know Beatrice's name. They just called her the girl who never makes mistakes, because for as long as anyone could remember, she never did. Unlike Beatrice, Carl made lots of mistakes. He ate his crayons and drew with his green beans. He danced with his hands and played piano with his feet. Carl loved to make mistakes. At school, Beatrice was on a cooking team with her 2 best friends, Millie and Sarah. To make their giant rhubarb muffins, they needed 4 eggs. Beatrice went to the refrigerator and carefully chose the biggest, eggiest eggs she could find. But on the way back, her legs slipped out from under her. The eggs went flying. Beatrice was about to make her first mistake. But she didn't. Phew! That was close, thought Beatrice. Sorry, Beatrice. I dropped a piece of rhubarb. Don't mention it, Millie. For the rest of the school day, Beatrice could not stop thinking about her almost mistake. On her way home from school, Beatrice watched Millie and Sarah ice skating in the park. "Come join us," said Millie. "It's fun," said Sarah. Beatrice watched them slip and slide on the frozen pond. Millie and Sarah laughed as they wobbled on the ice. "No thanks," said Beatrice. At supper, Beatrice barely touched her food. "Is everything all right, kiddo?" asked her father. "I'm worried I'll mess up tonight," said Beatrice, "and everyone will be watching." "Worry? You don't make mistakes," he said with a smile. Beatrice tried to smile too. After supper, Beatrice got ready for the talent show. First, she woke Humbert up from his nap. Next, she got the salt shaker from the kitchen table. And finally, she filled a balloon with water. The school auditorium was packed. Beatrice felt her stomach jumping around inside of her. Beatrice waited for her juggling music to begin. "That's her! That's the girl who never makes mistakes," said a woman.
"Oh, we know she'll be perfect,"
said a man. When the music started, she tossed Humbert into the air. Next, she added the salt shaker, and finally, the water balloon. Beatrice didn't miss a beat. The crowd clapped with delight. But Beatrice noticed something odd about the salt shaker. The specks falling out of it were not white. Humbert was so surprised by his sneeze that he grabbed the water balloon with his claws. Kablooey! Humbert, pieces of water balloon, and the pepper rained down on Beatrice. For the first time in as long as anyone could remember, Beatrice made a mistake. And it was a big one. The music stopped. Beatrice didn't know what to do. Cry? run off the stage? The crowd sat stunned. They couldn't believe that the girl who never makes mistakes made a mistake. Beatrice looked up at Humbert. He looked back at her. His hamster fur was soaked and speckled with bits of balloon. Beatrice let out a giggle. The giggle grew into a chuckle, and the chuckle became a laugh. The people in the crowd looked at each other and then looked back at Beatrice. They began to giggle, then chuckle, and then finally roar with laughter. Beatrice and the audience laughed until they couldn't remember why they were laughing. That night, Beatrice slept better than she ever had. In the morning, no fans greeted Beatrice. When she got dressed, Beatrice, for no reason at all, put a polka dot sock on one foot and a plaid sock on the other. Beatrice and Carl made sandwiches. This time they put the peanut butter and jelly on the outside. They called it an inside-out PB&J. Lunch was messy and delicious. Later, Beatrice found Millie and Sarah skating in the park. They fell a lot and laughed. Now, people no longer call her the girl who never makes mistakes. They just call her Beatrice.
Everyone makes mistakes sometimes, especially when they're learning something new. Beatrice was so afraid to make a mistake in front of her fans that she didn't want to try anything new, like skating on the ice or even learning a new trick for the talent show. She wanted to stick with things she was already good at, so she wouldn't make any mistakes. But after her fans saw her make a mistake, she realized it wasn't so bad after all. Then she didn't need to worry about other people seeing her make a mistake, and she could finally have fun and try new things, like making funny sandwiches and skating with her friends. Maybe if she practices, next year her talent will be speed skating. That's right, Monkey Puppet. And you know what? Even Bonobo Bichette makes mistakes sometimes. In fact, he makes quite a few mistakes. That's partly what makes him such an exciting player. You know, he always does his best, and he even sometimes tries new things that he might not be ready for yet. Sometimes he makes a mistake, and sometimes he makes the most exciting play in the game. And when he does make a mistake, it lets him know what to work on at practice. He practices a lot. That's why he's getting awesomer and awesomer. That's right. So, are you ready for your practice now? Yep, but I think you forgot something. Let's say goodbye to the friends. Our story is over, it's over, it's over. Our story is over, it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, friends. Till next time.
No matter what you're feeling, it can be helpful to share your feelings with someone you love and trust. If you are having big feelings and are not comfortable talking about it to your friends and family, you can always talk to your teacher or call the Kids Helpline. Their phone number is 1-800-668-6868. If you are a grown-up who's having big feelings that are difficult to handle on your own, you can always reach out to us or call a helpline. Find the resource that is right for you in the description box below. Take care.